Hey, it's Keith from Amped Publishing. Thanks for joining me today for this review of iGloo 2.0. Now, for those of you not familiar with iGloo, it is basically a website builder, okay, that creates these really amazing pages, and I'll show you one here quickly. And kind of what I'm talking about. So it brings in a ton of different, very smooth animations. There's just a zillion different features to this site. If you'll notice here, you've got kind of consistent animations going on. You can have these set on, on a mouse over, or just have them continuously running. Just a ton of different animations and things that you can add to your page, and it's really, really simple to build these things, okay? I mean, this is a really nice looking page, okay? Now, what I'm going to do this video is going to concentrate mainly on 7 or 8 brand new features to iGloo. So if you're looking for a full review, I've done one and I put it in a separate video just because this is going to be a little bit lengthy. If you look at the top right corner of the video, you'll see a card there. You can click on that. Will take you over to the kind of the more basic overview of iGloo and all of its features, like how to set it up and all that good stuff. So this one here, I'm going to concentrate mainly just on the new features. Okay, so if you're not familiar with iGloo, this might be a little confusing, or you might not be able to follow along as well. Just go ahead and check out that other video and come on back to this one to see what's been added. Okay. Now, if you are an existing iGloo customer, you can get all these brand new features. And these are just some of the new features. I'm not going to go over all of them for a one-time price. I believe it's $27, and you'll get access to all the stuff I'm going to show you plus more. Now, the product creators have added, since their original release of this, I think it was earlier in 2016, have added a ton of other smaller features. So this is not the only thing that's really new since 1.0 first launched. So there's been a lot of enhancements, a lot of performance upgrades, and so on. So let's go ahead and just jump right into the newer features here. And the first one is the ability to create sliders, okay, and in a really simple way. So what I'm going to do is I'm just basically going to create a new campaign here. Just call it that. And I'm going to create a new page, just a new blank page, okay, just to kind of show you what this looks like and how easy it is to create these sliders. Okay, so what we have here is some different column layouts. So there's a ton of different layouts that you can use. For this example, I'm just going to kind of load this page up with all the new features. So it'll be kind of an ugly page, but I just want to show you just how simple it is to actually use this. Okay, so we'll just throw a column in here. And for a slider now, what I can do is everything is built in sections, right? Okay, so this is one section. If I wanted to add something different, I would just keep adding sections to the page, okay? And that kind of gives you that look that like the example I showed you before. Now, actually, what I'll do is I'm going to put a two column one here, and we're going to just take some text and just drag it over here. And I'm going to also then take an image. Let's see, where is image? Okay, here. Now you can use videos, you can use whatever it is that you want to use in this area. I'm just going to do this with images. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just select some of these ready to use images in here, and we'll put something like, let's see. Oh, this is fine. Okay, we'll go ahead and put that there. And what I'm also going to do is to the settings, I'm going to add an actual background image to the entire page. So we'll go ahead and put an image in there. Now, as you see, you can add many different types of backgrounds, colors, images, HTML5 video, YouTube videos. You can use those as a background if you choose, okay? So I'm just going to choose one of these kind of space-looking things. We'll just pick that one for now, okay? So you see we have that in the back. Okay, so now what I can do is I think I'm going to actually drag a headline over here as well. And let's go ahead and put a button down here as well, okay, so for this first one. And you can easily sort these up and down, okay? So let's go ahead and actually do some editing. So when you click on any of your elements, it'll bring you up that little gear tab there. And there's just tons and tons of different settings in pretty much all these different elements. They have great views for desktop, tablet, and mobile. You can just click on them right there and it instantly changes for you. For now, I'm just going to add a little top margin to this. And we'll go ahead and click into this one as well and add a little top margin to that just to push it down. Okay, good. All right, now we have one slide, basically, is what this is going to act as. And I'm going to show you how to convert this into a slide in just a second. So for now, what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to duplicate this particular one right here. And let's just say I want to reverse this, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and just move this over here, take this headline, push it over here, text as well. Whoops. go. And the button as well. Okay, so now like I said, you can easily move these things up and down just by simply clicking the arrows. So we're good there, and I'm just going to go ahead, double click, and swap this image out for something else like that. Okay, just so we can see what that looks like. Now, remember to always save before you do any previewing. Okay, so I'm just going to click save. Oh, before I do that, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this section. Okay, I've clicked on the section. Here it is here, and what I'm going to do is actually convert this now to Slideshow. Okay, so I'm just going to hit yes. There's going to be a couple of options that show up. You can choose to autoplay it, which I guess we will. You can pause, so it'll pause 4 seconds between each slide. It can stop on hover. If we're going to show the bullets, now the bullets are basically the little navigation. I'll show you what that looks like here in just a second. And a bunch of different ways to transition these, okay? Now you can choose bullet types from circles to squares, and you can also change what the buttons look like, okay? So this is the bullet off, the bullet on. Bullet off is basically what's not displaying, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to change this to white. I'm going to put the bullet on. I'm going to put it as this green color. Okay, so that means it's the active slideshow that we're seeing. So I'm just going to hit save here, and we're going to preview it. Okay, so there's that. And we'll wait our 4 seconds, and there's the next one. Okay, now these are the bullets that I was talking about. So white was probably not the best choice because you can't really see it back there. We can actually turn the opacity off on this as well, so that it's just see-through if you wanted to do that. I mean, there's, as you saw, there's tons of different settings to do. But that's how easy it is to create a really cool-looking slideshow. And like I said, you can put video in these. You can put whatever elements are over here, you can create into a slideshow. Okay, it's very, very simple to do. Now, there is one other way to actually do these, which is more of just a simple slideshow, and I'm just going to go ahead and add a quick 2-column here, and there's an actual slideshow element here. Where did it go? I think it's down here. Yep. And you can just drop that right in there. And what you could do is it basically gives you all the settings right here. So if I wanted to add an image, let's just say that one. And then I want to add another image, let's say that one. Then what I can do is you can reorder these however you'd like. And then you can actually add your text over here as well. But it's just going to create this simple, very simple slideshow if you didn't want to get any more advanced. Okay, so as you see, it's going to go here, and we'll click over there. Okay, so it's a very, very simple an image slideshow. If you want to put videos and use any of the other elements, the first way is the way that you would need to create those slideshows. Okay, but it's very, very simple to use, very, very easy to do, and they look great. The next thing we have is the ability to actually add a mobile menu. Okay, so this is becoming a little bit more popular, and I will just put, I don't know, I guess a 2-column up here. And there's this little element called mobile menu, and you'll notice it here. It's basically, it's the hamburger, right? Okay, so it's what you see on pretty much all mobile sites. Well, you can do this on a desktop as well. Okay, so tablet, mobile view, there it is. We can align this however we'd like. So we can maybe push that over to the right. I'm going to click save, preview, and when it's clicked, there's your actual navigation. Okay, so you can have that feature on there as well. So very simple to throw that up there. It's becoming more and more popular. Now, what I'm also going to show you, and it really ties into the next one, are sticky sections. Okay, so this is an actual section that I have here. So what I'm going to do is, let me go ahead and select that section. And we're going to make it sticky, okay? So what that means is it's basically going to stick to wherever I position it, okay? It's either the top or the bottom. You've seen this a lot. It's becoming more and more popular, okay? So this menu is now going to stick to the top of the bar when I scroll down. So with this one, I don't know if I have enough content on this page to actually make it scroll. So let's just go ahead and add another section here, and we'll throw in just like a big image or something to allow it to start to scroll. And where did that in? There it is. Okay, and we'll put that in there. Select a quick image. That one looks good. Okay, good. All right, so now we should have enough content in there. And we'll go ahead and preview that. And what you'll notice is here's my bar, okay? Now, as I scroll, it's staying, right? It's sticky. It's exactly what it sounds like. It's a sticky bar. Now, you can create pretty cool animations or pretty cool sticky bars with these things. You can maybe put something across the bottom. I see them a lot when there's special offers. So you can have a nice little graphic here. If we just added a section, we could Oh, there we go. Maybe do like a 3-column section, and we could actually drag this down if we wanted to. But we could just place, an image here, some text here, and a button here to sort of buy now, and stick that to the bottom so that when they're scrolling, it's always going to be kind of in their face to do. And of course, you can animate any of these buttons as well, right? So, matter of fact, let's just go ahead and do that, because that is one of the other features. Is now you can do nonstop or what they call looping animations. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag a button over here, and we'll go ahead and again, you can style. I'm not going to go ahead and style all this stuff up because there's just tons and tons of different options here. We've all used these before, so you can go ahead and do that as you wish. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to loop an animation with this particular button. Now I can have an enter animation, a spark animation, and a mouse over animation effect, which I'll review in the other video of the 1.0 launch. So you can check all that out. But this is what they've added that's new. So basically, we'll just put a little wobble on it, and we're going to save it. And then let's see, let's just put some text in this one. Now we probably wouldn't want it that long for a bar, and I'm going to stick this to the bottom of the screen. So let's just say we have some kind of call to action there. And then, of course, we could put a button or whatever we'd like in that as well. But I'm going to go now to my section, and I'm going to make this sticky, okay? So yes, and we'll put that one to the bottom. I'm going to save. I'm going to preview. Okay, so now we have, there it is. It's quite big. Of course, we wouldn't want it that large, but it's there. It's sticking to the bottom of the screen, and it's continuous animation. You can apply that continuous animation to pretty much every element that iGloo offers. So however dynamic you want to make this page, and however eye-catching you want to make it, you can apply all of these features to every single element, okay? Now, another, just kind of a small one, and actually I'll throw it right in this bar here, is just this number. I've seen this quite a bit. Basically what it is, it's just a number that's going to count, okay? So if I wanted to add in, let's see, I think it's over here. Yeah, so I can put my number to whatever I want it to be, if it's 30,000, and then we can have a duration and make it count as long as we want it to, okay? Decimals, you can create the separation. It doesn't have to be dollar signs. It can be whatever you want if it's just a straight up number. But if you preview it, and this could be like number of sales coming on or amount of sales coming on, and you can make it count very, very slowly or whatever you want until it hits 30. Okay, so that's just a nice small little feature that they've added. Now, there's another thing that they have, which is called dynamic variables. So basically, what this allows you to do is you can display your subscriber's name on your web page. Okay, so I'm going to use just this as an example here. All these are small little tags. So if I were to say something like, if I had an intro, I wanted that subscriber's name. So I'm sending out an email, sending them to this page. I am then going to enter in a small piece of a snippet of code called name. Okay. Now, what that would do is basically when I preview this, there's going to be an actual link here, okay? So you're going to have a link that you're going to send them to wherever you decide to post this page on whatever domain, okay? So on that domain, what you're going to do is just simply put in I'm sure you've seen this before, name equals name, okay? Now, what this is going to be, and this would actually be in would have percents on it. What this name here represents is the actual whatever your autoresponder maps the name to. Okay, so you need to go into your autoresponder, you personalize one of your emails, and it will show you exactly what the little tag is that they're using. You just use that tag, and you just paste it into your URL, just like I'm showing you there. And when somebody comes to your page and they hit it from your email, it'll actually have their name. Now, you can insert that anywhere in any of your text across, anywhere in this page. So it's very dynamic. It makes it very personal. Not only a personalized email, but it'll personalize the page, that they're viewing as well, which is actually really cool. Now, the last thing I'm going to show you is you can actually build membership sites now through iGloo. Now so this is going to be a little bit lengthy because I want to show you exactly really how easy it is to do. If you've ever used a membership site, they can be clunky, they can be a bit overwhelming. This is actually pretty easy to do. So let's go ahead and jump into that. Okay, so now what we're going to do is with iGloo, if you've watched the first review, you're going to know that it comes with a WordPress plugin. Okay, you don't have to use WordPress to use iGloo itself. Okay, you can export any of the pages that you create, and it will basically download all of the HTML, the CSS, everything that you need, that you can just simply upload that to any hosting platform. Okay. Now, or if you use WordPress, they've built in a really nice, basically a bridge to WordPress that you can just import any of your pages that you make. Okay, now that you make in iGloo. Now, if you come back and edit that particular page, you can simply just overwrite it right in WordPress. And I'm going to show you how that works right now. Okay, so I'm going to hop over here where I have the iGloo plugin installed. Now, all you need to do is select whatever campaign. Okay, so that matches up to whatever campaigns you have over here in iGloo. You're going to choose one of those. In this case, it's membership. And what it's going to do is give you the pages that you have in that campaign to choose from that you want to import. Okay, now I've already imported these, so I'm not going to actually do it. But if I wanted to, I would go ahead and select welcome page. I would give it a title. And then you'll see you have a choice here. You can create a brand new page or just overwrite it with whatever has it with the same title. Okay, so it'll basically update that particular page and any changes that you've made in iGloo. And you can also save it as, either publish or draft. Okay, so then you just hit import. It takes about 10 seconds, and it brings the page into your WordPress, your WordPress instance. Okay. Now, with iGloo Member, WordPress is required, okay? So, again, like I said, if you're just using iGloo to build out different landing pages, opt-in pages, whatever it is, and you want to host it somewhere else, you have your own hosting and you don't want to use WordPress, that's fine. You can export all the files that you'll need and just simply upload them to your server, and you're good to go. You got a fully working page. So if you're using WordPress, you can obviously do it this way, right? You can import the page. Now with iGloo Member, that is required. So if you're going to build a brand new membership site, get yourself some hosting, buy a domain, install the free WordPress instance on that domain or on that hosting platform, and simply just install this iGloo Member plugin, okay? And then you'll be able to use it as a membership site. Now I'm going to show you how that all works, but first I'm just going to jump back over into iGloo, and I'm going to show you here. Let's go to our campaigns and memberships. So I'm going to go edit that. Now I've chosen two pages here already. Okay, I have a training page and I have a welcome page. Now I can do any edits I want to any of these pages. Whatever you want to do, you can change it up. Okay, so there's basically some templates that you can use for membership sites, and if I'm not mistaken, one of the upsells is more templates, so you get more to choose from. This particular one I've just chosen. It's a nice looking membership site. Okay, so if you'll notice, we go into the edit page. For this particular one, you can add different your navigation here. Okay, so we can go ahead and just add a new one and change whatever we want this to say. Right, so it's module, module 1, whatever it may be, whatever you want it to be. You can go ahead and create those pages, and then just simply add content as you would any other iGloo page. Okay, it works exactly the same way. So you go ahead and build all of these things out. At that point, once it's done, you can then go ahead and import those right into WordPress, as I've shown you here, and then start adding them to the membership site. Now I'm going to show you how that membership site works in WordPress. Now you can create different, as many levels as you'd like in the membership site. So simply, if you'll see here, I have a couple of them. I have basic and I have advanced, and they're each going to have their registration URL. Okay. Now this will tie into when because you can actually hook this up and integrate it into JVZoo and PayPal, right? So you can collect money. And I'll show you that here in just a second. So basically what I'd want to do is, let's just say we want to call this the expert level, you can give them where you want them to log in. Okay, so right after login, they can go wherever you want them to go. So it's basically giving me a list of all my pages in WordPress. For me, it would be welcome members. After registration, probably the same thing for me. You can set an expiration here if you want to as well. Okay, and just simply add the level. All right, and you'll see it pops up there. Now, what you can do is you can, of course, edit or delete, do whatever you need to do with any of these levels. Now, what it does is it also actually creates your login page for you, okay? So this is, by default, my login page, okay? Pretty nice looking page. What you can do is you can edit that, okay? So right here, there's different styles. There's a 2-column, there's a minimal, and you can edit the background image, your logo, as well as a bunch of different colors and button text and whatnot, okay? So you can go ahead and customize that login page however you see fit. Okay, so what you then do is to protect your pages, it's going to give you your list of pages, and what I'm going to do is select add a level. Okay, so as you'll see right here, I'm going to pick, actually, I think we have to choose one of these. Yeah, so we have basic, advanced, or expert. I'll pick basic. Now I'm going to show you We can do welcome members, and I think training for members is the other one that I have in here, and we're just going to apply it. Okay. Now you're going to notice that these are now hooked to the basic level. Okay, so whoever pays for basic basically has access to those. Now I got to make sure I want to save that out. Okay, and we're good. Now we also have email settings. Okay, so this is the sender email, the sender name. This is the what they're going to receive when they sign up, and you can edit these as well. Their purchase after purchase, you can go ahead and do that. So the email sign up would probably be for free purchase emails if they purchase, and of course your password reset. Okay, so you've got all of your basically transactional emails set up for you. Now you can also manage your members here. So if I want to load, I think I have one test one in here. You can reset their passwords, any of their information, their expiration, or change out their levels from here as well. Okay. Now as I said, there's integration. So there's JVZoo and PayPal, and there's directions here on how to do that. This is basically the IPN URL that you're going to enter into these systems, so that once a purchase is made, it then talks to this instance of your iGloo member and creates the membership for them. Okay, so it's all done pretty automatically. It's very, very simple to do, and there's tutorials for all the stuff that I've gone over. Okay, so now looking at this, I have a login here, so I'm just going to go ahead and log in with the fake user here. Okay, so now I'm on my welcome page. Now, you can obviously hook up these buttons to wherever you'd like, but this is my welcome. Hey, welcome to my membership site. Here's the training modules. Okay, so I go ahead, click that, and there it is. Okay, now I can click these. They'll only show access to whatever you allow that particular page, whatever level you allow it to access. Okay, so it's very, very simple to really set this up in a pretty advanced way. As I said, you could have as many levels as you want to, depending on how complicated you want your membership site to be. Okay, and that's as simple as it is. That's how you can create membership sites using iGloo. Okay, so basically, what you can do is go ahead and if you want to check out that full review, the first one I go over in much more detail how to set iGloo up, get all your settings going, and I go over pretty much all of the elements that you can use for building out a page. So go ahead and click that card up in the top right corner if you want to check out that particular review. Or else, if you're watching this on YouTube, you can check below in the description, and there's a link over to the sales page if you want to get your copy. If you're on my bonus page watching this, just simply click any of the buttons on this page. That'll get you over to the sales page, and of course, you'll get all the bonuses on this page as well if you purchase through any of those links. So thanks so much for joining me, and I hope you get your copy. It's an incredibly powerful, awesome page builder.